I don't know when it happened exactly, but at some point during my PhD, I became a completely different person. Like, not in a dramatic movie way, in a really slow, kind of confusing way, where you don't even notice until one day you look at yourself and you're like, who's this? Anyway, I'm making my bed. I do love mornings though. There's this tiny window before I check my emails where I'm just a person. Not a researcher, not a student, just someone making her bed. It lasts for like 4 minutes and then the guilt kicks in. I think about this a lot actually. Like how when I started my PhD, I was so sure about everything. So sure about my path. Bachelor's, master's, PhD, become a scientist, save the world, or whatever. I never once stopped to ask myself if I actually wanted to do this or if I was just on this train because I'd always been on it. And I genuinely loved science, like that part wasn't fake. But loving a subject and loving the process of doing it every single day are just completely different things. And I didn't know that yet. Okay, yes, I'm getting matcha. I know it is basic, but life is too short to pretend you don't like the things you like, even if it's literally the most expensive thing on the menu every time. Like, why is it £6? I don't care. I love it. Anyway, library.
Can we just appreciate the library voice note for a second? I love it.
See, this is what I mean though. Like, I just get to walk to this beautiful old library and sit here. I'm still a student at Oxford. I sort of just stumbled into Oxford. I never thought it was an option for me. And I have friends who know exactly what they want to do, and friends who are on their third career change, and honestly, everyone just seems equally confused. So I don't think anyone has it figured out at 26. I really don't. The most ridiculous thing about a PhD is you spend months on something and then your job is fitting into one poster. Here's 6 months of my life. I mean, for me, actually, it would just be like one paragraph because all of my experiments failed in the last 6 months. But anyway, Oxford has societies for literally everything, by the way. Quidditch Society, Tea Appreciation Society, whatever you're into, someone's been running a club for it like since 1987 or something like that. But there's no calisthenics society though, which I take personally. Oh, there was this whole bike event going on today. My partner actually had a motorbike when we first met and I loved it. It was the reason why I swiped right on him on Tinder. Or was it left? I don't actually remember. It was like 7 years ago. He did have to sell his bike eventually, but when he got a new one years later and I got on the back, I actually suddenly was just terrified, even though it was the same road. But somehow I was a completely different person. And I think that's just my prefrontal cortex that finally developed in my brain going, oh wait, this is actually very dangerous. I still think that bikes look cool though. Apparently, Emma Watson goes to Oxford right now, and every single one of my friends has met her. Like, every single one. I once went to a restaurant, and my neighbor said that she had been there literally 2 hours after me, but I think I wouldn't even have recognized her because I have zero eyes for celebrities. My partner and I once walked past Jacksepticeye, and I had absolutely no idea. So yeah, she could be sitting right next to me right now and I'd just be here completely oblivious. But that's fine, it's fine. Anyway, okay, the lab, where I spend most of my time and where I've had most of my existential crises. Fun place. I actually don't have a hair tie with me, so what I do is that I take like a glove and I cut the sides off And then I have a hair tie. It's so weird about Oxford though, because I cannot wait to finish and start a real life, but I also already know I'm going to miss days like these so much. Like, I'm already missing it, and I'm still living it. And that messes with my head if I think about it too much, so I just don't think about it. You know, my second year of my PhD was actually really hard. Not because of the PhD itself, but there was a situation with someone I was working with that just made everything so much harder than it needed to be. And I felt like no one was taking me seriously about it for a long time. And it shouldn't even have gotten that far, but it was the first time in my life where I couldn't just power through something. And when I actually had to stop and look at everything, honestly, that was actually really scary because I realized the question that I was avoiding wasn't about that person specifically. Like, it wasn't whether or not I wanted to work with that person. Deep down, it was actually whether I actually enjoyed being a scientist. So right now, I'm putting DNA into my E. coli, basically getting bacteria to make copies of my DNA for me. And apparently, these E. coli we use have this mutation that makes them completely harmless. My lab mate said that he once spilled an entire bottle on himself and that he was completely fine, so I guess I'll take his word for it. It's funny because the actual day-to-day of being in the lab is nothing like what I had imagined. Like, you're just mixing one clear liquid into another clear liquid for hours, and things don't work and you don't know why. And I think I knew during my masters already that this wasn't really it for me, but I was so deep into the identity of I'm a scientist, this is what I do, that admitting it felt like admitting my whole life plan was wrong. Anyway, the answer to my questions, by the way, do I enjoy being a scientist? It's complicated. I love asking questions. I love designing experiments and trying to figure stuff out. That part still lights me up. But the process, the isolation, the way scientists are trained to think critically about literally everything, including yourself, yeah, I realized the career I was heading towards wasn't going to make me happy. And for a second I thought it was kind of too late to change my life, which sounds very dramatic, but at that time it just felt really empty. So all of these at the bottom, these are my cells. There's probably about 34 million of them. And even when I'm sick, I have to come in and feed them, otherwise they literally die. So I'm kind of a mom now. I have 34 million tiny children who are completely dependent on me. But like, the weird thing is, when everything kind of broke for me, when I had that situation with my colleague, it didn't break into nothing. I just had all of this space, and when I started filling it with random stuff, like the gym, YouTube kind of by accident, societies I had never tried, people who had nothing to do with science, all of that, I kind of rediscovered this old interest and wanted to actually build things that help people. Which is funny because that's literally what I thought science was going to be. I haven't been to the gym in like a week because I was ill. So let's see how it's gonna go today. I just had a shower and now I'm gonna make dinner. My partner is not at home, so I'm gonna make a super low effort girls dinner, which is kind of my favorite dinner. So basically just mango and yogurt. Girls dinner for one. Honestly, kind of underrated. Just me and my food and nobody talking. Sometimes that's all I need. I think the version of me who started this PhD would not recognize me today. But I think I've just made peace with my PhD. First I loved it, then I resented it, and now it's just kind of a chapter in my life. It taught me so much, just none of these things that I expected. PhD made me slightly a better scientist, but everything I found outside of it is what made me a better person. More me. I don't know. And if you're someone in the middle of that right now, where the thing you worked really hard for just doesn't feel the way you thought it would, that's not you failing. That's just you outgrowing someone you were never supposed to stay as. Okay, bye.